Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to share with you a fabulous sunflower column, brought up to date and on trend with a textural collar. Let me show you how it's done. The base mechanics begins with a beautiful vase. I put a single bit of foam on the bottom, just half a brick. That will allow me to elevate the sunflowers slightly and give them a little bit of security. Then it's just filled with water. For the floral collar, an 8.5-inch wreath ring sits right on the vase, but to make sure that it doesn't wiggle around, use the Oasis U-Glue strips. Just need half a strip, cutting it in half, and then adhering it right to the side of the vessel. Then I can just set this right down and it won't shift. The main flower, of course, the sunflowers. They're so fabulous and they're in season, so they're even better than normal. Then for the collar, I want to stay on trend with texture, so I chose a variety of materials that will coordinate, primarily yellow, that will give me so much fabulous texture. Gorgeous yellow statice, solid aster, then some yarrow, crispadia, pincushion protea, and even some bitty, tiny little cymbidiums. Then bringing in that marsala hue by using some hypericum berries and a little bit of the neutral with scabiosa pods, all of which will give me gorgeous texture with the sunflowers. The sunflowers are so fabulous. They're from a friend of mine, Mike Tompkins at 40 Acres. Look how sturdy, fabulous, bright and colorful. They're so grand and so tall. You're not even going to be able to see them as I set them in here. But I gather them together, give them a fresh cut, nice and sharp, and then place them right down into the vessel, letting them soar up tall and above. Then go back and add additional sunflowers until you have it just the way you want. And now, since you can't see it, I'll move it down below the table a bit so that you can enjoy it as well. The mass of sunflowers, oh so gorgeous. There's 15 of them set down in here, and with so much water reservoir, they'll last so well. Now to break the line of the container and create that lovely collar, I just start with a variety of things, using Gaelic sleeves to help cover the mechanics. I certainly don't want the foam to show. Letting them come in, and just randomly placing them. A little bit of the statice, pulling it out, cutting it down. You don't want to overthink it. Texture's fabulous. Just start inserting it. It's going to be random placement, not a real pattern. Bring some around to the back. Making sure you fill in evenly throughout. And statice will dry beautifully, so even as this ring starts to dry out, it's going to be gorgeous. Gaelic dries beautifully, all of these things. Maybe a bit of the yarrow. It's a deeper yellow, flatter surface, gives a nice contrast. It too will dry gorgeous. The pincushion protea, oh my gosh, they are fabulous. Need to shorten them. I don't want them to be too long. They'll cover so much more surface area and add that little bit of excitement. Tucking it in, finding a nice hole, nice and deep. And then going back and adding little bits of everything. The hypericum berries for some color contrast. The scabiosa, same thing, a little bit of textural and color contrast. Letting them come out. And then solid aster for some soft, fluffy, almost delicate, airy touch to the design. To add the cymbidiums, you want to cut them off of the spike. Cut from the bottom, because you don't probably need all of them. So if you cut from the bottom, you can save the top to use for another project. Then once you've got that, using a water tube, cut a hole at the top that's a little bigger, and then set it right down in the tube. That way it has a water source, and you're also lengthening the stem so that when you place them in, they'll show beautifully. Sunflowers are such a happy flower. They just shout out summertime, put a smile on your face. Adding the textural collar makes it a truly on-trend design. Now it's your turn. As you're thinking about what you want to mix with your sunflowers, be brave. Use most anything. Look outside, go for a walk, and gather. The collar can be made up of so many different things and be super fabulous. If you have questions, need more inspiration, reach out to us through the website at flowerschool.com. Of course, you can always pick up the telephone, 503-223-8089. And after you've created your own sunflower column, send me a photo. Love to see what you put together for your textural collar. You can use my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, at floraldesigninstitute.com. Now it's your turn. Have fun and do something you love.